Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
You got another show tonight, or is the only one?
Say what?
Do you have another show tonight, or is this the only one?
It's the only one. It's the only one. Only one. Microphone check. Can you hear yourself, good brother?
Absolutely, I can hear you too.
All right. Hey, you talking too loud out there. We don't media facility. We heard that. We heard that, man. Talking too loud.
You're on Twitter, right? Grandma.
Yeah, but we're live on IG and Facebook and on air. We're patching in now. We're patching in now. We now interrupt your regularly scheduled program for your regularly scheduled program.
Huh.
Let me just get my sound checks together, make sure everything is broadcasting appropriately and correctly, and then we'll set up the podcast, and then we'll be ready to rock it and roll it, good brother. We'll be ready to rock it and roll it. Yes, sir. We're good there. Let's get some activity rolling there. Let's come here. Let's look here. Oh yeah, looking good there, good brother, looking good. Let's slide her up a little bit. That was not a fart. No, that was not a fart, man.
And if it was, so what? You know what I'm saying? So what? It happened. Everybody who got a butt, who got the intestines farts.
Hey, man.
As long as there's access going out. You know what I'm saying?
You know, we're going to have some fun.
And if it was.
There it is. So we're good, man. We are broadcasting on everything, man. I apologize, good folks. I apologize for the late start, but we are what we are, and we do what we do. We are down here at Grandma Radio Live for the O.M.G. on my gram live interview with my brother, man. This right here is a special one, man, because we're gonna be giving y'all some game today.
Super game.
Some game today. So let me get everything set up for this podcast. Once we get rolling here, brother, we will be up on Spotify, Apple, Google, all the podcast platforms, including Grandma Radio Live. We will be rocking and rolling, man. So we're going to go ahead. Welcome to another episode of the O.M.G. On My Grind live interview, man. We are sitting here with my brother J.E. Gamble of CHERIMOYA Digital and Action Figure Visuals. Talk to him, my brother.
What's up, y'all? What's up? A crowd of one.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know, we got to get that standing ovation going, brother. You know what I mean? So, I mean, shoot, bro, we could go all over the place, man. And we just going to start with, just give us a little background into, who you are and what you got going.
It's your man, Jay Gamble. Long-term Pittsburgh resident. Y'all know me from being around doing a lot of different things. Including a lot of media stuff, a lot of stuff in regards to youth ministry, street ministry, just a lot of things. You know what I mean? A lot of entrepreneurial things I do. I'm just a serial entrepreneur. During the pandemic, everybody's scheduling things got turned around and got turned up a little bit, and everyone was seeking new ways to find some money. To do some things. Okay. And so we had our pizza shop, and we still have it. We're going to open it back up. But we had our pizza shop, and we had some issues.
My bad. I got distracted a little bit.
Yeah.
He's good.
My fault. So I had so we had our pizza shop. Shout out to our pizza spot in Keys Ross. Definitely open back up. So for all the haters, for all the lovers, we got you. So during that time, we shut the pizza shop down because we was having some problems with staffing and things of that sort. But during that time, when everyone was kind of quarantining during 2020, I was out hustling pizzas.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So 2021, I feel like, when we shut the pizza shop down temporarily, then that was like my quarantine. So I just took that year when everyone was doing their 2020 and learning and doing new things and investing and all that. I was hustling pizza, so I started doing that in 2020.
Okay.
So early in the game, I felt like one morning, to be honest with you, bro, I woke up one morning and was like, yo, this NFT thing is going to be the move. It just, I don't know. One Sunday morning I woke up, I was like, this is it. It was like this time last year.
Right.
I just woke up like, this is going to be the move.
So how did you discover like the NFT? Like where did that whole like come from?
The aha moment?
Yeah.
The aha.
Where you were like you just said, it was going to be the next thing. How did you even know it was a thing before it could even be?
Because it was for creatives.
Okay.
So that was the thing. Now, that was the aha moment. Because as a creative, it's hard to... I'm a graphic designer by trade. Like, that's what I went to school for. Then we added videography. But I can just sit on the computer and just do designs all day. That's what I do.
Right.
So when I realized that you can do NFTs and just straight to consumer, you can cut out all the middlemen, and it's a wave of income. I'm like, count me in. Like, I got so much stuff that I can throw up there and just start making NFTs. I'm like, this has got to be the move.
Right.
For a creative, there was no other way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you're doing videography, graphic design, whatever it may be, this is a platform for creatives to shine on, especially visual artists. And so that was the aha moment. Like, this needs to be me. This needs to be the next phase of action figure visuals. And to be honest with you, most of my this is real talk. Most of my ideas that I get, I pretty much run past two people almost immediately. The first person I pretty much run that joint by is like Dion. I don't know why I just called the homie Dion. Like, yo, what you think about this? You know what I'm saying? I be like, yo, this is real talk. That's not even radio stuff. I'd be like, yo, what's going on? And so then he'll give me like his little thoughts on it, and then depending on, you know, what type of energy I get, it don't even matter. It doesn't matter what is said, it's the energy behind it.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
And so once I get the energy, I'm like, okay, cool, let's move on. So once I told you about it, then we started ideating on different pieces we can put together to make it happen. I'm like, oh, this is 100% going to move. We start putting plays together, and here we are.
No doubt. And it definitely did just seem like it came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? And it's just like, just something that people just kind of happen to start talking about all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But you actually dug deep in the research process and decided to create a whole new venture in that lane. Talk to us about what it was that you discovered that made you decide to start the company and the name of the company. Blockchain
has been around for a while.
Okay.
It's been around for a long time. Bitcoin and Dogecoin, all these things have been around for a long time. It just took a lot of time for it to gain popularity.
Okay.
And to gain traction in the mainstream media. So there's long-term people, there's OGs who've been on it, you know what I'm saying,
right.
Since day one, and they're like happy, like, hey man, I'm happy y'all guys are jumping, but we've been talking this stuff for years,
right?
You know what I mean? So what I saw was an opportunity. It's decentralized, so it's like the wild, wild west almost, where you can, if you have an idea, no one's saying have an idea and do it this way, or your idea needs to be guided this way. You basically, if you have an idea, and you can put together a good team, then put it up on the blockchain and see what happens. There's no one telling you have to do it a specific way.
Right.
Now, you have to code it, correctly to get it up there. But once you understand the coding, you can put your own utility or your own use case on top of it. So then our idea became, well, as opposed to being a consumer, as opposed to going to Walmart, how about we just be Walmart? You know what I'm saying? So we decided just to create our own blockchain and start building out our own technology and our own products, our own Web3 products, and that's what we are today. So CHERIMOYA, we want our corporation to be stellar. Like, when you talk about CHERIMOYA, we want it to be named amongst the Apples and the Amazons and those things. So we talk of...
Spell CHERIMOYA for me.
CHERIMOYA, CHERIMOYA, CHERIMOYA. And I'm going to get to that name in a minute.
Right.
So
I'm just putting the website in. I just want to make sure I spelled it right.
I said CheriDigital.com, CHERI.digital.com, Cheri Digital. So we want to be named amongst the best. So we started an official startup. We got people together. I called my friend Scott Taylor, and he's a developer,
right?
So IT guy. So he caught the vision. Well, not immediately, but he got it. You know what I'm saying? When he got it, he jumped. He's my other guy. So he's the second guy I called.
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So Scott jumped on heavy as a developer. Then we started going around. I was team building, and the last piece that we needed was promotional, and we needed somebody who can do strategic partnerships and fundraising. And so then from some other work I was doing, with Tangle Mad, I was able to meet a nice young lady named Kaylin inside of DC. So she joined the team as well. And so us three really, as a core team at CHERIMOYA, have been putting things together. And we have our guy, we have Boston, we have Josh and some other people. But as we started rolling it out, it became a reality. And so our whole purpose, then we had to have a mission.
Right.
So after we decided what we were going to be, the name had to come. And so I just looked at all the names of fruits and, because apple, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I was trying to think of something more like Afrocentric, you know what I'm saying? Something more prone toward BIPOC and people of color. And so I went to the CHERIMOYA. The CHERIMOYA is from Southern America, you know what I'm saying? It's a custard apple.
Okay.
It looks pretty good. I got some big seeds in it. I could do some good design with it. I said, this is going to be our move, you know what I mean? So CHERIMOYA just popped out immediately, and that's where we're at. So CHERIMOYA Digital is where that came from, and here we are.
Nice. Now, there's some other elements that's involved in this process, because that's super dope to just kind of take an idea, see the bigger picture, build the team around the bigger picture, build the infrastructure, and then start getting into it. So I I'm trying to like open up questions because a lot of this stuff I'm already aware.
Yeah, no, you already up on it.
Right. I'm already up on it, but I want to be able to get our audience, our listeners, and our viewers that's on social media. I want to be able to get them a little more insight into the company as a whole. So talk to us about the avenue that you decided to take CHERIMOYA in that was almost like what was necessary for the people.
All right, so that was a good question, good transition. So we're talking about mission, and so we had to come up with a solid mission, and our mission became we had to figure out what the deficits were, right? So one of the deficits we were able to see was the digital divide, where we are early adopters.
Right.
And a lot of people get a lot of credit for being early adopters, but if you're early adopting, that means somebody has already created the baby. So you're adopting something that's already been done.
Right.
So we want to be able to birth the babies, not just adopt them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we had to have a mission. And so some of the deficits to creating this mission of having people of color in this space, in this development space, was there was a digital divide and a wealth gap.
Okay.
So what CHERIMOYA became was CHERIMOYA Digital. We became the bridge that spans the digital divide and the wealth gap. So our idea was to create a bridge and not to have rival bridges, but have people come alongside us and add lanes to the bridge. So we have the super highway of bridges the super highway of a bridge that's spanning the digital divide and the wealth gap. And so in doing that, we were able to delineate and be able to see what is actually stopping us from getting into this technology, because the bottom line is this is happening.
Right.
So it's Web 1, Web 2, Web 3. It's the upgrade to the internet you're using right now.
Right.
So regardless of if you want it to happen or not, it's happening.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's really important for people to understand, like who may not know, like this isn't just now. This is just a natural part of progression, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a natural part of the process for evolution to take place. Yeah. And we as a community and as a culture kind of missed the first two waves, right? We wasn't given the information. We knew what was going on, but we just wasn't aware of like how to start up the companies, to be involved, to become the Apples, and to become the Amazons, and what's Bill Gates' joint, man? Microsoft. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody got the Apple Watch.
And the Googles, exactly. You know what I mean? Shout out Samsung. I fuck with the Japanese, man. I think they're Japanese. But anyway, so
I ain't co-signing none of that. I ain't trying to ostracize. I'm not trying to ostracize nobody.
Right. But so now you seeing like an opportunity for us to be able to hop on early. You know what I mean? People to be able to hop on early. And so you're going around, you're spreading the word about NFTs. You're giving people a little more insight into what explain what an NFT is, right?
All right, so an NFT is a non-fungible token. So this is basically a digital asset that you can purchase. You can trade NFTs. NFTs can be more than just a digital asset. You can make it if you know how to move things around. You can actually sell real estate and cars as an NFT. You can invoice as an NFT. It's just basically a non-fungible token when it's all said and done. But it is a use case of the blockchain. So it's a use case of a blockchain, the Ethereum blockchain with the smart contract, and it's all like a series of smart contracts when it's all said and done. But and so again, the idea is to give you just enough information, because what we're saying is that we need to get up on this information. That's why we're giving the free sessions out.
Right.
It's because we can't let this wave go by.
Right.
This is a wealth creation type of wave that we can jump on and basically create our own revenue, our own wealth streams. You know, just on the blockchain. You know, and these are things that we need to jump in before, you know, big companies come and start centralizing and start, you know, moving in a different way.
Right. Talk to us about the decentralization aspect of the digital space right now.
Well, the good thing about, so if you look at the web that we have now, it's all like, you talk about banks and things of that sort. They have a centralized. There's companies who come in and say, okay, do it this way. Your Facebook, come to my platform.
Right.
So you can be, Twitter, come to my. So when we talk about decentralized, just talking about an opportunity for us to just be able to get into a space and log on just like anybody else would. You know what I mean? So you can, so Coinbase doesn't have more than you have in regards to being able to have access. Only thing they may have more is maybe developers and maybe a little bit of money to promote it.
Right.
But doing a lot of these technologies are not hard to get. You can create a DAO, which is a decentralized autonomous organization. You can create that in 5 minutes if you're smart. You can learn blockchain. You can learn how to develop blockchains in 3 hours.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you got a little diligence.
Right.
So that's the thing. I want to wet the whistle or whet the appetite of our people to say, I need to learn more about this. I need to jump in this, especially creatives and business owners, because this is the wave of the future. So we need to be able to find, as businesses, you should start finding wet blockchain solutions for your business.
For your business,
Yeah.
all right. And that's really important for people to know as well, because you know, this is kind of like the future, right? Everything is kind of moving into this metaverse, into this digital space. And just getting yourself as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, as a creative, like you mentioned, as far as art, you know, artists as a whole, not just recording artists, but digital artists, graphic design, and just so many other elements of art that you could bring to the table and just be able to capitalize off of it. Talk about how CHERIMOYA serves as the bridge to the marketplace.
The bridge, so it's the services that we offer. So the first thing is knowledge, right? You want to be able to teach. So the first thing is let's share the wealth of knowledge about what it is. Let's give people an understanding. Let's teach what's going on and get people up on the technology. That's the first move. So we started these free info sessions where we just basically come on and just give you general information about NFTs to where you can at least want to know more.
Right.
And that's the NFT session that we have coming up this Thursday, actually, in Penn Hills. So the second piece was actual having products. We're beta testing our products right now. So we're getting our products ready for the third and fourth quarter. However, we do have services right now where we'll be able to curate your NFT project. If you're saying, Jay, this is just too much for me, and I don't got time for that, just get me to the bag.
Right.
Then we'll curate, you know what I'm saying, your whole NFT project. And we do that for businesses as well. We have strategic partnerships with some major companies coming up. You know,
Nice.
I don't want to do too many names, but I can mention BuzzFeed because we'll be on BuzzFeed this Thursday.
Dope.
You know, so we do have some dope strategic.
And y'all been like putting in like massive work, because and the team is not just a local team. You have like a regional network that expands just the Pittsburgh area. Explain how important it is for you as an entrepreneur to be able to be in the mindset of like team building and working with like-minded creators and like-minded visionaries to help bring the bigger picture into reality.
And I think that's the point, the bigger picture. So when you see the picture, you start beginning to see how people fall into that picture, how they position themselves in that picture.
Right.
So our first thing was to identify our mission, which was to span the digital divide and the wealth gap. So then when we understand the digital divide, we understand that if you're talking about getting on a blockchain, there are some people that don't even have access to the internet. Some people are using Wi-Fi as their phone service.
Right.
And if they don't have Wi-Fi, they're not able to connect. So that's the digital divide, where some people have access, some people don't. So even in that, we had to figure out what strategic partnership or what person we can build with to be able to fulfill that if we're not. And so when you understand the bigger picture, and you start reaching out to people and you begin to see how important people are that can fit in that specific need that you have. So we needed to be able to say, we need to be able to have Wi-Fi because we have an artificial intelligence program that we're dealing with out of LA that we're partnering with. So we wanted to marry that to Wi-Fi. And so LinkedIn somehow some advertisement came up about free Wi-Fi in Baltimore. Then we linked up with Rowdy Wi-Fi. So now we're partners. You know what I mean? So now we're working on the plan to give out some free Wi-Fi in Pittsburgh.
That's
you know what I'm
dope.
So you basically find the issue and then find a solution, put it all together, and then that's how we bridge the digital divide.
Bridge the digital divide, man. That's absolutely beautiful. And again, for those of you who may tune in later or may have not captured like the whole gist of what this brother is in the process of doing, he's taken the information that they're aware of and built a company to be able to help bring your thought process into to fruition, to be able to make it real and also give you the strategies that you need. Because a huge misconception about NFTs is like you come up with this idea, you put it up on the website after you built your NFT, you sell that shit and make $30 million in 15 minutes. I'm on it. That's not the case.
It could be, but that's not normally the case because 98% of them don't sell.
Talk to us about it.
So 98% of NFTs don't sell because there is a strategic plan that needs to be in place. It's a community. I'm not saying it's a tight-knit community, but you do have to build community nonetheless because there is, you have to have some, like with any art, you have to have some type of provenance attached to it. Some type of, I see it, I know it, I understand it. Like if nobody knew about the Mona Lisa, then it wouldn't be worth anything. But because of the appeal, because people know about it, that shot the value up. And so now it's valuable because it has provenance. So you want to be able to have a strategy for releasing NFTs, and you can throw them up if you want. Like you put an NFT up if you got the gas fees, you can throw it up immediately if you want to.
Right.
But my suggestion is that you build a community, get with the community, start doing some Twitter searches, seeing what NFT communities are out there, join those, get involved, start talking to some people, get into some Discord spaces, and at least start promoting yourself in those spaces and build a team around your concept, your project. Don't just, I wouldn't say just have an NFT, but I would say build a story around your NFT. Build a like bring us into the story.
Right. Make us feel a reason to connect with you.
Absolutely, and that's the utility. Make me feel like I'm buying something that I value, but other people value as well, just in case I want to resell it. So you have to create that value.
Okay. All right. Beautiful. And talk to us about the importance of just the prominence as a whole. I know that's a little bit of what you were just speaking on, but talk to us about like how important that element is into the whole, like the success rate.
Because you want to be known, like anything. Like you do marketing, you really have to be known. If nobody knows about it, then who's going to buy it?
Right.
But the more you're able to gain traction in that marketing arena, then the more people are going to want it, and then that's what's going to drive the price up. So and again, I just say do it for the love. If you do it for the price, then that it is what it is.
It's sort of like how music is, and that's a very good point because I just made that point this weekend while we were out of town. We were down in Kentucky, and so we were down there. I was saying like a lot of people use music to chase money, right? But those who are like extremely successful, it's because they're musicians. They chase the passion.
Yes.
And from the passion comes the creation. And the creation just takes it up another level to make it like something that you want to believe in and want to be a part of. And that's how like artists ultimately get fans that last 20, 30, 40 years.
Yeah, I'm still a fan of Nas from 95.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But that's because individuals like that have chased the passion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They followed what was in their heart.
Yeah.
And it wasn't so much about a dollar coming out the gate. It was about hearing me. It was about knowing me, knowing my story and my reality.
And your offering added value. You know what I'm saying? Like Nas getting 5 mics, Nas's music added value to my life. I'm just using that as an example.
Right.
It just added value. So because that particular offering added value, I'm going to continue to rock with that person because I feel like I'm going to continue to get some value out of what his offering is. So you want to be able to add value to your offering, but also make sure that value lasts through several projects. Like you grab a hit, you know what I'm saying? That you have integrity and character, and that your projects are actually good. But like I said, there's several ways you can do it, and who am I to judge what art is? But I feel like there's a heart and soul you put into your project that people just feel. They know if it's a money grab. Like if you put up a whole bunch of NFTs with a whole bunch of celebrities attached to it and whatnot, Yeah, I don't
Right.
know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It makes for like a money grab, and some of those projects don't last that long, and some of them are kind of scammy. And because it's decentralized, this is another thing I want to show some caution, because it is decentralized. There is a lot of scammy things going out there.
Okay.
And there's a lot of scammy things going on. So you don't want to get into a place where you are putting up more than you can afford to lose if you're trading NFTs. And if you're investing in an NFT project, again, you don't want to put in more than you have to lose.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
Right.
and make sure that you're going on, that you do your research, and that you're going on reputable platforms. I'm aware of, we're actually creating a block of NFT marketplace that will be going live soon. However, I'm familiar with disrupt.art, DISRUPT.art. That's a Black-owned NFT marketplace in Cincinnati.
Right.
And so that's also a strategic partnership where we have a phone call with them this week as well. So just again, you reach out to people. The community is dope. You know what I mean? So it's not like people are like are stars or like, oh, get away from me, talk to my manager.
Right,
type
right.
stuff. It's like, yo, you got a good team. I got a good team. Let's talk.
Right.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? It
Exactly.
happens like that.
That goes back to that like-minded individuals. You know what I mean? You're working on building a network with like-minded individuals that want to build and grow collectively.
Facts.
And talk to us about your goals in regards to like wanting to develop like the bridge to for the digital space, but have the lanes be like talk to us about that.
We don't want no deficit. We don't want nobody to say, well, we don't want no excuse. We want no one to say, hey, I couldn't do this because, or I wasn't able to, or I couldn't fit. We don't want to know. So the idea is that we can't cover every base, but what we are going to do, we're going to do extremely well. So our main products are the NFT marketplace, and also curate NFTs, and we have a process for that I can't really share right now because it's top secret.
Right.
But we have a you know what I'm saying? But that's the thing that's going to put us on the level of the Apples, and you know what I mean. That's that. So the marketplace, and then being able to the products of being able to curate these projects as well for individuals and businesses, curate NFT projects and DAO projects and things of that sort. And even just be a counselor, just being able to consult on how these projects can add value to your business or services.
Dope. So let people know how they can connect with you. What are different ways people can connect and find out more information about CHERIMOYA?
CheriDigital.com, CHERI digital.com. There's a link tree on there that gives you all of our links. It should be, we're pretty much on everything. We're going to start some Clubhouse chats coming up soon. We have a strong marketing strategy coming up right now. We're just telling people to tune in. We are doing constant content on Twitter and Facebook. However, some of our more video-based content is going to start coming up in March. We're filming some of that stuff now.
Okay. All right. Cool. And talk to us about this event you got coming up this Thursday.
This Thursday coming up, it's the NFT free info session. Let me pull up that flyer real quick. And so that info session is going to be on this Thursday, 7 o'clock in Penn Hills. And so what we did was our very first one was here at Grind Mode. And if you go on Grind Mode's Facebook, you should be able to pull that up and get the information about that. I gotta go to my website and get the information myself. How about that? So the first one was here. Then the second one is going to be at my man Brett's spot. And that address is UWeb TV 144 Jefferson Road in Penn Hills. Actually, it's right around the corner from my crib. And so we're going to go over there. We're going to give up some free game. That's basically our whole thing is just to give you information. If you have questions, bring those questions. We're going to do live streams as well. This is just I need our people to get on this. And
I'm gonna go ahead and make a point to those on the Facebook and the social media sphere. Okay, a lot of you have been saying, oh, what can I do? What can I learn? Where can I go? Right here, they're giving you access to free information about cryptocurrency, NFT, in the digital space, Web3, the Metaverse, the whole nine. You're getting an opportunity to be able to come out to a free event. It costs the most valuable thing to me is time.
Yeah.
But if you're willing to put in the time, then there's no what's the word I'm looking for? There
should be no apprehension.
Yeah, it should be no issue, man.
Yeah.
The bottom line is bring your ass out to the free event. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a free event. We had one down here And they gave some very good knowledge, a lot of great insight, had a lot of people tap in that didn't show up. We're giving you another opportunity to be able to show up.
Yeah.
And again, if you missed the train, man, like you can't sit back and complain about not having and being a have not and watching the have gots have and then making so many criticisms, judgment and criticizing them so much for putting forth the effort and work to take themselves from a have not to a have got, when you have the exact same opportunities right here in front of you. We have to stop making these lame ass excuses and destroying ourselves based off of like just not wanting to invest the time, because that's what it starts with, right? It starts with the time commitment. Talk to us about how long you spent in just like researching.
A year. I just took a whole year out. I mean, I literally well, the wild thing is that my dad had passed away, so I really needed some time to just get my mind together anyways, because that situation was like a scar in the throat, kind of like fresh, and I was going through a lot of mental issues. I needed to sit down for a minute anyways.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I just took last year. I really wasn't doing nothing but just on the computer. I was having a lot of mental things going on that related to grief. But I just used that to just sit down and just learn some stuff. And because it was piquing my interest, I was finding some really good YouTube videos. I just went to YouTube University and figured it out like I'm telling everyone else to. Like people right now, if you're listening, search NFTs and learn that ASAP.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so that was basically it. And so we just took that time. It took months, but it was more so. And I got involved in some accelerators. There's Career Karma. If you want to become a developer, go to Career Karma. It's actually a black-owned site. It's a black-owned app. And if you go to the app, Career Karma with a K, you will be able to get into a program to become a developer within a year. So that's a lot of people on that. They walk you through it. People, I mean, it's like a seriously dope situation. There are people who call you, there's open. It's almost like Clubhouse. You can go into different chats and learn about the way that you want to go in that area. You can be a blockchain developer, UI developer, UX developer, which is interface and user experience, user interface.
Right.
So these are things that you can be developers, and so there's so many things you can do in that particular space that you definitely should tap in on.
Super dope, super dope. So one more time for the podcast, because we getting down to the last minute of the podcast. Let people know how they can connect with you. Got a minute?
CheriDigital.com, CHERI digital DIGITAL.com. Our link tree is there. This is information you want to get on right now. Stop what you're doing. Go to YouTube, type in NFTs, and start learning blockchain, Web3. These are things you must learn. DAOs, which are decentralized autonomous organizations, because what we have is an opportunity right now to create money. You have the opportunity with blockchain to create money. And then with that money, you're able to free your community. If you pull enough people together, and y'all get on this blockchain vibe, and y'all understand what it is, you ideate and come up with a dope strategy and put your idea up, it can happen. Like this is a move. If we get on it, this is going to be a move that's going to free a lot of people.
There it is. So yes, tap in
all the way in.
We ain't done.
Oh, okay.
We ain't done. I'm just finishing the first part. We're going to get into it, part 2.
Part 2 coming up.
Yeah, part 2. Part 2. All right, boom. We're back. Still on the O.M.G. On My Grind Live interview podcast, man. For those of you who've been tapping in, y'all know our last couple of interviews, we've been having like part 1 and part 2s, man. It's been some super dope information that has been going on that a half an hour just doesn't cover, the meat. So we had to, develop a part 2. So we're back here on the part 2 segment of our interview with J.E. Gamble from CHERIMOYA Digital. Just going over like the super dope infrastructure that they're in the process of building for those who are interested in the digital space, cryptocurrency, the metaverse, and different things like that. We're hearing all this stuff come up. Talk to us about the metaverse. What is actually the metaverse? Talk to us about this.
The metaverse is like...
show your authority, my brother.
The funny thing is, he asked me about something that is Scott's expertise.
Shout out Scott. He's tapped in on IG. Whatever you want, brother.
Shout out Scott Taylor. So basically, the metaverse is like a augmented reality or artificial intelligence type of vibe.
Okay.
You can access it through a headset. And my mind is racing because I'm up on some other technology that I just saying that Scott, if he's watching, he's probably like, don't say it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm up on some other that's super dope, but it's basically a layer above the web that we currently have now that you can see through your Oculus or whatever it may be.
Right.
But there's also some metaverses that are coming out that you don't need those with, and then you also see some of the technologies coming out with the Apple glasses.
Right.
And actually, the metaverse. That type of vibe was out with the Google Glass that came out a while ago. The infrastructure just wasn't there and it wasn't popular yet. So now you have these opportunities to be able to tap into this metaverse. And then metaverse, it's like a real world. Like you can walk, and there's websites where you can actually walk in. Like the website, you just go in and have NFTs like a cat. Like
I've been getting like information like dude bought a crib next to Snoop in the metaverse.
You can.
You know
Snoop is coming in the game. Like Snoop is actually my hero because he jumped on heavy and just got in and roll with it. You feel me?
Yeah. He's developing Death Row Records as an NFT. To be one of the first record labels to be able to exist within
He's becoming a use case.
Yeah.
So basically, if you look at what Snoop is doing, he is a use case. So he's basically trailblazing for people like yourself who is in the music and other ones. So that's love. He's giving us game, basically. You know what I'm saying? He got the bread to go out there and test all the markets. And so now we just follow the game and add your own spin to it and you be good.
I remember early in the pandemic when everything was shut down, a good partner of mine, friend, my brother, he was telling me that he was watching concerts through the Oculus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In the metaverse.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just let people know, like, there's just subtle things that happen like underneath your nose that are like major that the average person doesn't pay attention to. But when you get a company as massive and as powerful as Facebook to change their name to Meta.
Yeah.
You think what I'm saying?
But they about to get smacked by Microsoft though, man.
But the point that I'm making is it costs millions of dollars to make a branding change.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And if you see an organization that big willing to just forget what we had, this is where we going.
Peak game.
Peak game.
Peak game.
Peak game. Like, it's telling you something, right?
Period.
And so, again, one of the things that we've always found ourselves victim of is lack of ability to the resources. Unfortunately, our victimizationers, unfortunately, at this particular time, that does not exist, okay? We can no longer make excuses that we do not have access to the resources because we have people like my brother J.E. Gamble of CHERIMOYA Digital willing to give you the game, share insight into where you can learn, give you information on websites you can visit. YouTube University, I didn't even know that was a thing until this brother told me, like, yo, go learn. This is what you need to look into.
Yeah.
Spend the time, make the time sacrifice to get up on the insight into what it is that you need to do. But more importantly, now you have a place you could come to bring your dreams into fruition.
Absolutely.
And take the general knowledge that you got from the research aspect of it, and then put practical application to it.
Absolutely.
And that's the beauty of what you guys are doing with Cherry Digital, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And we gotta make it. And our whole thing is to make it real and understandable, and make it to the point where people can grab it. So a lot of our products are very user friendly. You know what I mean? Just basically, we're able to walk you through this process because I'm the type of person I need it to be able to be broken down. So I break it down to where I can understand it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if I can understand, I can share it with people so they can understand as well. But the thing is, if you're looking for a community to join, our community is the community to join. I feel like Cherimoya is on the rise. We're doing everything right. This is a legit startup. We have one of our partners, Kaylin, she's a fundraiser. I'm out of DC, and she also does our strategic partnerships as well. I mean, she's been doing an amazing job. Half the moves that we've been able to make in regards to the larger companies that we're doing right now, the BuzzFeeds or what have you, those came through Kay and her partnerships and people she has connected to her. So team building is important. So with that being said, we have a good structure, a good team in place, and now we're building out our community. And this thing is, I'm not trying to do this super fast because I want to do it right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are rushing to the market. Y'all can go ahead and rush to the market. I'm going to go ahead and build this arc.
Right. Listen to the language. Listen to the language. You could rush to the marketplace. I'm building the arc. Okay?
I wanted to miss it, but you had to highlight.
No. I'm not going to let them miss it because here's the thing. I come across a lot of people. I ain't gonna say a lot of people, but I'm an observer, right? Yeah. You know, I'm like an old owl. I just sit up on a tree and just whoo. You know, I just observe whoo. And I know a lot of you all, you know, take to social media to vent your life frustrations and things of that nature. And there's just a lot of people out here that's like, we can't no resources, no, we just don't know, and we need help, and all this stuff here. And it's like, okay, enough of the crying out for it. It's here. Start looking into what you need to do to partake in it. And so, you know, when I hear just dope shit, I'm going to let it be known. Like, look, man, this is what it is. Yeah. Y'all gonna jump to the marketplace. My man over here building the art. And as you know, if you know what the arc is, you know. All right, you was able to get in there, and when the floods, dried up,
you was left standing.
Right? And everybody was able to procreate and
reap the benefits.
And reap the benefits of the new earth, right?
Bro, preach.
So we back here in the digital space, business-wise, but there's just been a lot. I mean, the pandemic definitely opened up a lot of lanes, I believe.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of people get in their creative bag and take advantage of some opportunities to start their own business. A lot of online businesses started. A lot of black beauty hair products and beauty lines and clothing companies.
A lot of clothing lines popped up.
And I think that we had that sense of urgency, not knowing what was coming. You know what I mean? And being as though your job was shut down, you couldn't go to work. Doesn't mean that you're not hungry. Doesn't mean that your lights don't need to stay on. You dig what I'm saying? Doesn't mean that you don't gotta wash clothes and do other life things. So out of that necessity, and I've always said that like the necessity is like the arc of creativity. Right? As soon as something become absolutely necessary, we're gonna figure out a way to get to it.
Hell yeah.
And I feel like
we're gonna get to it.
I feel like if we can apply that same mentality, look at this moment as that sense of urgency, even though we might not be feeling it right now. You might be cool, might be back to work, making you a couple dollars every 2 weeks and paying your bills. You might be cool. Mm-hmm. But if you look at the sense of urgency, you know what I mean? To really get involved in something early, this is what that needs to be.
Yeah, and the cost of access is not that high, neither. That's the thing. So we identified that the cost of access is not that high to get on the blockchain. It's just the knowledge that you have to be able to sit down and be able to ascertain or able to grab in order to be able to be functional in the space.
Right.
And so, it's gas fees, but there's new blockchains coming up that avoid gas fees. There's a lot of artist-friendly websites that we're tapped into as well. A lot of artist-friendly NFT websites. I don't want to put too much out there, but, Ground Mode may have something coming up. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. But I'm saying there's a lot of lanes that you can go into, but right. I would say that as if you are a person of color, I would say that you should link up with other people of color in the space to become stronger. Mm-hmm. Because, like I said, if we don't do that, we're going to be spoon-fed technology and not be able to we'll be early adopters, but not the birthers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not bad being an early adopter, but I don't want to adopt something. I want to be able to birth something that people adopt.
Talk to us about the difference between a birther and an adopter.
Now the birther is one who, what we're doing right now. We see the need and we see that we can be able to fulfill that need through products and services. Mm-hmm. We have a mission. We believe that we're able to fulfill that mission through strategic partnerships and lining ourselves up with people. So when you talk about what's the question one more time?
It was the difference between an adopter and a birther.
So you need a birther because you need something to adopt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And just like workers and business owners, you're gonna have business owners, you're gonna have workers. Some people's gonna say, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur, I'm gonna put my money up, I'm gonna put my everything up and make this thing happen. But then you have people who just come to the store.
Right.
I'm not mad at either of the two because you need early adopters, but at the same time you need people in that space who are birthing these ideas. And this is a a fantastic opportunity. This is probably the best opportunity in the history of industry for people to be able to jump in and make a huge splash, not only for today, but for your legacy as well. You can build something literally right now on the blockchain with a group of friends, make that joint hot, and that joint can last into perpetuity through smart contracts or what have you have. So I'm just saying this because I want our people to be free, and I want our people to be able to be up on this knowledge. And so if we have to be the ones out here saying, yo, this is what it is, I'm all right with that. We're not the only ones either. There's a lot of good people out there. There's 19 Keys. There's some people going around this country who is giving information up as well. We're not the only ones. That's okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we need more. We need everybody doing this. We all need to be put up on game. So you can have to be the person who adopts the technology, not mad at that at all, because there are people who just say, you know what, I don't got the time to go through it, I don't got time to learn it, but Jay, I'll pull up on you and I'll give you whatever you need to curate my project. And I'm not mad at that at all. But there's also going to be some people who's going to come to us and say, Jay, we have an idea. How can we execute that? Or how can we build out our community? Or how can we make this thing happen? And we have that for you as well.
No doubt, no doubt. So we have some people tapping in on the social media. We're on Facebook. Some people are asking for more information. I'm trying to figure this out. Keep up the good work. Can you just let people know again where the information is going to be this Thursday coming up and the time?
This Thursday is going to be 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. It's going to be at UWeb TV Studios, 144 Jefferson Road. We're going to it's 1 hour. We're just giving out free game. That's all. And if you want some additional services, we're working out some deals to be at social and stuff. We got a lot of things coming up. We got some other things coming up, but we want to be able to at least, if you have questions, let's sit down, let's have a conversation. We'll be hot off on BuzzFeed interview. We got BuzzFeed we got BuzzFeed from 4 to 5 o'clock that same day.
Nice.
So we're going live with them. We're teaching the same thing I'm saying now, but it will be the whole team, and we'll be teaching fintech. And we have our guy Jonathan from Rowdy Wi-Fi who's going to join us from Baltimore. We got a developer that we're working with, Jasmine. She's going to be on the phone. She's going to be in the call. She's also from the DMV area. I don't know why I keep on getting these people from the DMV area. And I be repping Pittsburgh.
Dope moves vicious. It's dope moves vicious. God darn it, that's what it is. Shout out to the DMV.
Dope moves vicious.
Dope moves vicious.
God, that's funny as well. Okay, so we'll have our people on there, and they'll be saying some things as well. So we're really excited about the BuzzFeed and our relationship with them going forward.
Nice.
So that's that. So Thursday's going to be a big day. It's this Thursday. If you don't catch us on BuzzFeed, I'll put some information up on our website. Again, our website is developing. We're building out our community. So on our website, only thing I'm asking you to do right now is just join our different social media outlets, because we do have more content coming up. We've hired people to put content. This is a real startup. So we got real things happening in that lane. So just follow us right now. More information to come. Digital content's coming up later, but right now just tap in. We need our community to be larger. So with that being said, go to our Twitter, follow. Go to our Facebook, like. Go to our Clubhouse, join. You know what I'm saying? Do all this. Go to our Instagram and follow. All these things we need you to do so we can start building up our community. And also when we put out information, you'll be the first to get it.
Absolutely. So yeah, man, this is some super dope stuff. And for those who kind of know how my social media work, I get very few people who tap in initially, but I keep the videos up on the social media. These videos will also be available on YouTube. I will upload them to the Grandma Radio Live YouTube channel as well. And that's where you kind of get that breathe, right? As well as the podcast links. So you will, if you missed any part of this interview, if you tapped in late, if you're not really aware of like the topic, what's the word? The subject nature, just make sure you stay tapped in. Just make sure you click the links and listen. This is some great opportunity. It's some great game. For everybody that knows me, y'all know that I like to share information. I'm not an information hoarder. An information wait a minute. I'm saying it wrong. I'm not an information hoarder. Okay. I like to be able to share some things, to be able to let you know that there is some value into what's going on. But again, this isn't like we're just giving you stuff. It's business. Okay, people understand that it is business. So at some point there will become it become necessary to be able to put the finances together to and get the things in order, or put the finances together to get the things in order you want to have done. So just be prepared for that as well. Finesse is not business, even though that is like one of the biggest things that a lot of us try to do. Favor is not business. That's not going to help pay bills. So, again, just understanding that there are elements in everything that you do where it's necessary to be able to give, but you also got to be able to pay, to be able to spend, to be able to save, to be able to give. Okay,
Put your budget together. Put that budget together.
You got to be able to understand the cycle of money, man. Pay, spend, save, give, man. You got to be able to understand that cycle. And so this is giving you an opportunity to be able to increase your finances like to an nth degree.
Exponentially.
If you are willing to take heed to the insight, to the information, take advantage of the network and the resources, and invest not only your money, but your time and your willingness to learn. Like at the same time, like we mentioned in the first part of the interview, you have to get online. You got to do your research.
Facts.
How important was that process for you?
Research is important to me because I don't like to not have answers. You know what I mean? So, and I don't want to, and I have to be able to understand this so I can share the knowledge. And so I want to be able to stand by whatever I'm saying 100%. So I want to be able to do the research so I can see what the scams are, what's good, what's bad. Like I want to figure out all of that so we can get a good lane to getting things done. And so I feel like we did enough research that we was able to find a lane to be able to get people moving in the right way. And like saying, we're not able to cover every lane. Like my daughter's talked to me today. She was like, Dad, what's the Metaverse? I said, hey, www.youtube.com, search Metaverse. So, but she had already did. But the thing is, if you come to the table with a little bit of knowledge already, it's easy to build on that knowledge. So I'm saying, everyone, before you come to the NFT info session on Thursday, do a little bit of research. We have some. On the Facebook, I will put up a few links that you guys can see tonight. I'll put up a few links on our Facebook, which is Cheri Digital as well on Facebook. Cheri Digital, CHERI Digital. Go to our Facebook, and I'll put up some links to where you can go and get some additional information. Matter of fact, I can give you a link right now. Let me see if I
make them work for it.
Make them work for it. I'm gonna
make them work for it. Let them go to the page. You know what I mean? So y'all can get more followers and more traffic to the page. So and again, we cannot be. What's the word I'm looking for? We cannot be unwilling to follow the rabbit, right? We can't be unwilling to take a little extra steps to be able to find the information that we're looking for. So if you guys have it provided on your Facebook page, people that's on Facebook, please type in the Facebook page, hit the like, share it with your people, research what's in there, tap in. That's the reason why people take the time to develop these things. You know what I mean? So that information can be shared upon them. So instead of us putting it in the comment, my brother Scott on Facebook has put the CHERIMOYA page on Facebook. So anybody that is watching live or tapping to this video live, you can actually go onto the comment section and hit CHERIMOYA. It'll take you directly to the page. You hit follow, and you can see pictures from the last NFT session. You can get information on the upcoming session. You can get the super dope graphic designs that my brother J.E. made. Talk to us about how intentional you were in the development of the visual aspect of the company.
Oh, I'm so glad you asked me that, because that's where we at. So I wanted to be very intentional about making sure we normalize using people of color and be okay with that. And so what happens is when you have our white counterparts as marketers, they look for, that's why we see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're looking for their people.
Right.
But I found the blackest pictures I could find on that black. Shout out to Unsplash. I got to start giving Unsplash their love, because they're showing us so much love. But I found the blackest pictures I could find on Unsplash, and we put those behind it. CHERIMOYA had to be bright. It's like a reddish pink. That's actually a trendy color this year. So I said, well, let's grab that real fast. And so it was it needed the punch, needed to look professional. and it needed to be super clean and crisp and easy legible. So our design language this go around, and we're gonna change it eventually, but this go around is strong pictures of black faces or people of color with strong message, with minimal messaging, but very concise and to the point.
Right.
That's the design language right now. But bright, bold, in your face, like we're here to come, we're here to stay. Basically, we're coming. You know what I'm saying? We're coming.
Absolutely. And I think it's super dope. If you have an opportunity to look at the graphic, I mean, even the flyers for the event. Y'all got what was the homie that won the Olympics? You know, with the the Black Power fist stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like the artwork, the beautiful black woman with the fro, like the
Angela
perfect
Davis,
fro. That was Angela Davis?
No, that wasn't Angela Davis.
Oh.
But when I think about black women with a fro, I think Angela Davis.
That was super dope. Like the imaging and the graphic designs behind, you know, what it is. Like you
and
said.
Even the font. Like I even built the font myself. Like that font wasn't a font that I actually downloaded. I actually built that font out.
That's dope.
Up,
that's dope. That's dope.
And our thing was, if you look closely, talking about the design language, it's binary, right? So binary was the theme for Chirimoya. So binary is ones and zeros. So if you look closely in Chirimoya, the word chiri in Chirimoya, it's word one. It's the word one as well.
Okay.
So it's ones. So you see ones and zeros in the actual design. So I incorporated binary into the logo.
Heavy.
Real smooth though. So you know what I mean? A real smooth stuff there.
Heavy. Talk heavy.
You know what I mean?
Talk heavy. Talk heavy. No, but on some real talk, that's super dope. And I think it's really important for people to understand how deliberate this passion is, how deliberate this mission is, and like the fact that it's unapologetic. You know what I mean? We're coming to claim what's rightfully ours.
Oh, I'm glad you said that.
Top?
Yo, I was doing some research, right? And I found that I'm wondering why, because it was almost spiritual. I woke up on a Sunday morning, and I feel like it was the Holy Spirit just came and said, yo, NFT is the move. And I ain't gonna put that on. I'm just gonna say I felt it. And so I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on. And I'm also trying to figure out why we as black people or people of color are so drawn to this. And I found out one of the original cryptographers was a brother.
There it is.
Come on now, bro. I said, oh, that's why. You know what I'm saying? I said, it's in this. That's why we're so attracted to it, because like I said, I did my real research. And I found out one of the very first cryptographers was a black man. I think it was in Egypt. I'll put some research up on the website to see the research I found. But so it's in us. It's a part of us. You know what I mean? So we have no choice but to dominate and win in the space.
Let's go.
It's our thing, man. We got to get it.
Let's go. That's what it is, man. Again, we're down to the last couple minutes of part 2 of the interview. Let them know where they can tap in with you, how they can follow you. Go ahead, give them your
CheriDigital.com, CHERI digital DIGITAL.com. If you go there, it's a link tree. It should give you all of our information. Please sign up. We have a what's the scheduling page for the
subscribers?
No,
what he said.
What we were using for the reservations for the space.
Was it Eventbrite?
Event, thank you.
Yeah.
Dang, I couldn't think of that for that. Because there's the Eventbrite link on there as well. Please sign up for the Eventbrite. Put your information in there. Not only sign up, but come on out. We have put together an amazing presentation for you guys. Scott is a wealth of knowledge. Kay is a wealth of knowledge. I know a little something about something. You know what I'm saying?
My man is a wealth of knowledge as well.
Between us three, we'll be able to get you all the way right. And the thing is, and we're not giving, it's just basically to wet your whistle. If you have questions, we'll answer those. We just want to just basically get you general information to wet your whistle, to get you involved in this space, because we need to be involved in space. I'm going to tell you why. Because the middleman has been cut out of blockchain, bro. Let me tell you, the money, once you set up your smart contract and you sell something, you don't got to hunt down an accountant. You don't got to hunt down nobody for your bread.
Right.
You go straight to the wallet.
Right.
All the middlemen have been cut out. So if you're a musician, you need to be trying to figure out, come to us and figure out what are solutions.
Right.
Because you don't got, that's why Snoop is on some. We're going to start an NFT company, because your money, it goes straight to your wallet.
Right.
It's a straight money. As soon as you sell, you wake up, boom, I got money. You don't got to call nobody. The only thing you got to do is transfer that wallet over to USDT from whatever it may be, ETH or whatever, Crow, whatever it may be. Transfer it to USDT, and it's your money.
Where it is.
It is what it is. All the middlemen have been cut out. If you don't see this happening, this is, you have to see it, because this is the natural upgrade to the web you're using right now. So this, like,
so eventually, as popular or as second nature as using the internet is right now.
That's exactly
it's going
what
to be
happened.
as second nature using NFT or the digital space in the metaverse in the very near
Let me give
future.
an example. In 1994, on the Today Show, Brian Gumbel said, "What is this? What is this website? What is this World Wide Web thing?" And he was talking about it. He put up his the very first time we saw email on. I watched it live. I saw it live in 94, 95. And I was like, and I was thinking, what the heck is this at www dot whatever? I didn't know what the heck was going on.
Right.
I was in 94.
Right.
And now email is an afterthought, bro. Like, that's just like, oh, I'm trying to do something else now. You know what I'm saying? Text me. You know what I'm saying?
Let me go set up my 12th email.
Exactly. So just like we had to get onboarded to that technology, and that was Web 1. Then Web 2 came with the centralized, which is with basically folders and these chat spaces that had user interfaces that were more friendly, such as Facebook and then Twitter and different things of that sort. That was more centralized. And so now we're saying we want to own our own digital space. We want to own our digital space. We want to own everything that we do digitally. We want to own our digital content. We don't want nobody to own it for us. And they're getting paid for that. We're now getting a little bit of money afterward.
Right.
We want to own that. So now with Web 3 is decentralized, meaning you can own your data. You can own everything that you put up on that blockchain. It's yours. As soon as that smart contract identifies that's what it is, it's all you. So if you want to cut out middlemen, if you don't want to have to go to nobody to get your bread, this is what it is. This is it. That's all I can say. I don't know how many different ways I can say it.
That's it. This is it.
This is it.
Make sure y'all tap in because this is it. This is the end of the interview. Anything else you need, you got to tap into cherrydigital.com.
That's it.
Super dope, bro.
Thanks for joining, y'all. Peace. That's it?
That's it.
Oh, my man.
Super dope. I'm
That
gonna get
little
them together for.
iron went so fast.
It
though.
do
Yeah.
fly, don't it? It do fly. I'm gonna get them together for whatchamacallit.
Did you go to the All-Star game?